On the field.
Alright, so we do have two enemy armies attacking one, my very gimped army, and the garrison army. So I wasn't looking for a win actually, I was just being desperate and seeing if I can make it. But I developed a plan, so they broke out their approaches to three fronts. I split my armies to include the bulk of the archers on two sides to counteract their archers, and then on the other side I was banking on using my cavalry to charge out and essentially go around and negate their archers while the bulk of my infantry engages their forces. The good news is that I have a bit better suited infantry to engage their infantry. I have some swords and axes, and axes are very nicely deployed against other units, so I'm counting on that. Starting to engage their two fronts. The archers' attacks are going very intensely here. I'm trying to kill off their archers faster than they kill off my units while they're charging it. Doesn't like what 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 halberd units, and I only have 4, but I do have my swords and axes, so I'm counting on making some damage here. In the meantime, my archers are doing nice damage here, and I charge to meet their frontal assault as well. In here, I'm bringing out my cavalry and a general, and not maneuvering it very well because they're actually meeting my charge with their cavalry, which I wasn't really counting on that. I thought they would keep their cavalry in line with the rest of their infantry, but they kind of surprised me, so I'm trying to adjust to that. In here, they're being a little bit weird. They just put up their archers to bombard me while they're deploying the rest of their reinforcements, and I'm just letting them bombard me a little bit and just retreat a couple of my units back while killing off their archers. So I'm not too worried about this front yet. But in here, I'm trying to maneuver my cavalry at this point to go around. You can see that I'm trying to bring them around the infantry here so I can charge their bows while trying to also kill off their cavalry in the meantime. On this flank, we're fully engaged with the infantry, and I deployed my general and used his ability to bring down the morale so I can rout them faster, and it starts to work as the morale of their units here starts to crumble. I'm really hoping for that because I need to crush their flanks as fast as I can so I can concentrate on that reinforcement there. That's a whole new battle waiting for me, and I don't know if I have enough strength for this, but so far left flank is looking good. Right flank is in process, the gameplay is in process, and I'm bringing out the rest of my infantry to meet the charge of their infantry here, while charging my cavalry around them to kill off their archers so they don't deal any more damage to me, which works out nicely. And I surround the infantry and bring them into this pocket so they start to rout as well, and I can already see I will be able to mess them up because I'll have cavalry there. I surround them. They don't have a general here, so they're done on this flank. I'm feeling confident. Here they're routing as well, so I feel very good. I know I have plenty of troops to spare for their frontal assault with a backup, so I'm just chasing off their routing units here, and this flank is secured as well. This one is done as well. They don't have the numbers or morale to withstand my tactics, essentially. They're done for here. On this flank, they're still being weird. They're just keeping the one archer unit, which I kind of neglected. I should have just brought my units forward a little bit and finished them off. But I didn't have the focus and time to do that. So I messed up a little bit right here. In the meantime, these guys have been very upset that their general, fellow general got killed, so they're charging me kamikaze style, because this is just dumb. This is just charging alone.
Go, go, go!
So I meet them with arrows. But, oh, they're not even going in. Yeah, they're just being weird. I'm not sure what I'm doing with this unit. They're just being cocky. They're just like, hey, come and take us. I'm right here, and they don't do anything, so I just keep bombarding them with arrows. In the meantime, we have these gentlemen. They're just strolling through the countryside, enjoying the view, and just following their lord. This is very strange, so I'm not engaging them. I'm just staying within the safety of my arrow towers, which nicely bombard their the cavalry here. So I'm keeping all the tactical advantage and don't board with these guys at this point. In the meantime, the generals are being killed off because AI kind of sucked with this idea. I don't know what they're trying to achieve. I brought all my left flank forces to the front to negate, to counter all these guys, because this looks like a major battle of its own. My archers still have some juice, so they're killing off their approach nicely, make them rout, but then AI kicks in and they recognize, oh, these towers gotta go. So they engage fire arrows and kill off the towers, which is a smart move. In the meantime, my archers exhaust all their arrow supplies, and I realize this is it. This is all in. This is now or never. I need to just charge all my stuff to hold them off, so my guys there can get to the back of them or flank them, so I can get some advantage. So I just move all of them in to meet their charge. While that's happening, these guys are still strolling around, so I realize, oh, maybe they want to get in from the back and move all my forces to just meet them there in case they do charge back, because so far they're just enjoying their stroll. My forces finally make it from the left side here, and this AI is being fairly smart. It meets my units with two of theirs. Little did they know that I could bring my cavalry around. These guys are actually pretty sweet. The White Horse fellows, they have awesome melee power, and they can just charge the shit out of you with that wedge formation. And this is what I decided to do to help this one unit right here while charging the rest of my cavalry into the archers. They have so many archers and crossbowmen that they would definitely kill me off if I didn't have any cavalry, but it's not their lucky day. So look at this. There's a boom. Completely devastated their unit, and the other one is getting routed as well because that didn't feel nice. Here we use lower morale on archers, and they're all freaking out, so they're done for. And here the front is holding. My units are holding the front, and that's all I need. As long as I can free up my cavalry and my generals and just flank them, we can actually win this. So I can see we may actually have a chance. on the other side, nothing's happening. These guys are still getting here. And I'm just aligning my units so I'm ready to meet their charge. This is all cavalry, so they don't even have to do anything. This is all, these guys will kill them. The spearmen are amazing against cavalry, so they can't do anything against me. And on this side, I continue to route archers, charge them with cavalry, and use my generals to just flank and charge their infantry in the back, using abilities, and then chasing off generals and killing them, because enemy generals must die. I just don't let them live. It just doesn't happen. They just die. So here I can already see, yep, these guys are done for. I can actually win this battle, which is amazing. Never suspected that would happen. With 2 full enemy armies and just my damaged one. These guys are already routing because they can feel the deaths of their fellow generals, and they just turn around because they changed their mind last second. So the enemy general is done for. This flank is done for, and this side is routed as well because they're cowards. They just came in here for a stroll. And this is how we won. 2 versus 1 Gimp army and a garrison.